This is the worst time of the year to clutter your life. Yet, a lot of people don't even realize this. Right after Thanksgiving, we enter what I call the holiday perfect storm. More food, more parties, more expectations, more events on your calendar, more. Yet, you want to finish the year strong, but you feel that overwhelm, you feel that stress, you feel that your space is getting messier and your calendar is getting busier. Something's got to give. Oh, and your emotional capacity, it definitely drops. The truth is, how you decide to live your life now is either you're going to finish the year, the quarter, the month exhausted, or grounded. Stay until the end, because in this video, I'm going to show you an end of year and a month and a quarter reset. So after that, you can enter that new month, that new year, that new quarter, feeling clarity, not burnout. Hi, my name is Fabienne Raphael, and I want to welcome you to my channel, What Feeds You Defines You. I decided to create this out of the biggest health challenge I had in my life last year, and it really made me realize that we have to be more conscious and intentional about what our mind, body, and soul consumes. And I am willing to share with you my journey through this top people-pleasing type of era, and just being candid and honest with you about the struggles I had around that and how I decide to live my life consciously now, and that hopefully it inspires you to do it too. Unfortunately, we really do live in a culture that rewards pushing, not listening to yourself, overworking, not sleeping, hustling, doing. The holiday season avalanche. Right after Thanksgiving, we enter the holiday season avalanche. Office parties, gift lists, tradition to honor, traveling, visiting families, visiting friends, answering expectations, having expectations, comparing yourself with others who maybe have a better holidays than you do, and just chaos. Oh, and lots of spending. Then for some weird reason, you end up saying, I'll rest next month. I'll take care of myself when I'm done with doing this thing. Or I just have to survive this period and I'll be fine afterwards. And just having that inner dialogue with yourself, then this is the reason why you feel so depleted. The clutter that you might have right now in your life, it's not necessarily only physical clutter. It is in every part of your life. You overeat, you might be more busy, you scroll a lot, you overpromise, you have a busy schedule, and yet this type of clutter is giving you more stress, more anxiety, less time to focus, less sleep, and you're lacking some space for just breathing and for your own thoughts. The more clutter that you have or that you add in your life, the less you have time to feel, to listen to what's happening inside of you, to understand who you truly are. And in fact, you know that expression about the hamster wheel, that little hamster just running over and over again. Well, at a certain point, that hamster gets tired and it totally crashes. I can tell you about this because this is definitely what happened to me. My hamster crashed. Not literally, but like a metaphor, because I had too many expectations, because I kept on adding more to my schedule, because I was overflooding my life with events or things that didn't necessarily focus around what my vision is, but more about what people expected of me or what others were wanting me to do. And last year, everything changed for me, especially when I had this major surgery and I had half of my small intestine removed. And all of this, it gave me a total reset. It was a big challenge, but at the same time, it was a blessing, because at that point, I lost not only, a lot of weight, a lot of muscles, a lot of energy, but I also lost that old version of myself that didn't serve me. This experience really forced me to ask myself the real questions, like, why am I doing this with my life? Or why do I keep adding stuff in my life that don't serve me, that doesn't serve me at all? And the more you're cluttering your life, the more you're cluttering your mind, your body, your soul, your mental, your spiritual, then the more that you lose that connection with yourself. And this is what you have to go back to. So I made this huge shift, this huge change. It didn't happen overnight, of course, I'll be honest with you. This is an everyday type of work that you have to do, and you have to be very intentional with it. And if you keep going, yes, you will witness some results. So I'm going to share with you those 3 things that I shifted and that helped me reconnect with myself, but also reset with my life. And it definitely can work for you too. The first thing I decided to do was to switch from reactive mode to proactive mode. And this allowed me to take my power back, I would say, and start the day with myself. And so when I wake up in the morning, I usually take time to meditate. I read one story from Mark Nepo's book, The Book of Awakening. I read a few pages of a personal development book, and I do my exercises. And usually when I'm out of this small period with myself, I feel uplifted, I feel energized, and I feel ready to attack the day. So I feel that I have the total power of how my day is going to go, instead of waking up, let's say checking messages or reacting from what someone wrote or someone told me or what I see, let's say on social media, where this is the complete opposite. This is when you decide that you're giving the power away to other people. And that's not how I want to live my life anymore. In other words, it really puts me back in the driver's seat of my day. The second shift is about focusing on what truly matters. So whenever I get an invitation, a request, a message, project, an opportunity, well, I take the time to reflect on it. I don't automatically reply. The first question I ask myself is, does this really align with my vision? And then the second question is, if I do this, will it make me feel uplifted? And if the answer is yes to both, then I move forward with the invitation or the project or whatever it is. And if it's no, then I politely decline. And doing this, of course, requires training, especially if you're a people pleaser or a recovering people pleaser like me. It will feel weird and awkward the first time that you refuse to do something that someone you really appreciate offers you. But at the same time, think about the consequences of you saying yes to something that you don't necessarily feel like doing, because when that happens, you have all those feelings of resentment or unhappiness or stress or guilt or anxiety and all that stuff. And when you decide to honor your vision and honor yourself, being honest with what you truly feel, then I'm not saying you eliminate all of these feelings, but for sure you don't have as many and you feel better with yourself. And that's, one of the key crucial elements of the recovering people pleaser type of journey that you want to have. And that one shift of just focusing on what truly matters, not only it declutters your calendar, but it also declutters your mental load. So the third thing that I learned to do is to let go of what no longer serves me. Old clothes, things that don't fit anymore, furniture that takes too much space, shoes that I don't wear anymore, anything that's cluttering the space that is not necessary into how I want to feel and how I want to be with this new version of myself. And so each time I seem to have a little problem of letting go of something, I really have to ask myself this question: am I holding on to it because of old comfort or because it reminds me of an old version of myself where I want to stick to it? Yeah, that's a hard thing. Sometimes it's hard to let go of things, especially when they bring you back to something that was precious to you, or sometimes it's not even nice periods of your time, but just out of commodity or comfort, you keep them around and because it feels familiar. But the other question that you can ask yourself is, does it help you to grow in that new version of yourself that you are aiming to become? Or it keeps you stuck into that old version of yourself? And you know the answer. If it does keep you stuck into that old version of yourself, well, maybe it's time to let it go. So asking yourself these questions will definitely help you really see things differently, especially like those things that you own. You'll see them differently. You'll understand why you're still holding on to them, or why it's time to let go of them. So you don't need a bigger life, you need a clearer one. You don't need more plans, you need more presence. You don't need to keep up, you need to slow down. So this season is either going to break you or it's going to reset you. And if you do those 3 things that I spoke to you about in this video, well, it's definitely going to reset you and give you that new energy. So I'm going to give you an assignment. Just wait for it. I wrote it down for you. So you have to choose one thing to remove, either from your calendar, from your schedule, yes, from your home, from your mind, from your expectations, just that one little thing. And you will realize that that little thing off your mind, your environment, your calendar, or whatsoever, well, it will definitely lift you up. It's putting more space to what's bigger for you, what's happier for you, what's brighter for you. And also it gives you some time back with yourself. So if you do that, you will definitely enter the new year, the new month, or the new quarter in a different mindset. Totally you. You won't be exhausted. You will enter that period with intention. You'll have less clutter. You'll have more calm. You'll have more clarity, and you'll feel more you. That's the end goal, feeling more like yourself. Stay here and watch my next video because I'll share with you something that took me 40+ years to learn.